Hey everyone, happy new year. Hope you all are having a wonderful start year to 2025. There's not a ton of news this week, believe it or not. I believe it is due to the new year here. So I thought I'd take a slightly different approach here to our Friday news and do more of a 2025 predictions. So let's dig into that. So I thought I'd put this chart up here as this is the 5 stages of artificial general intelligence as per OpenAI. There's a lot of speculation on where we currently are at, but I do believe that OpenAI has currently said they're pretty much level 2, especially with their O3 model outperforming humans in pretty much every category there. But looking beyond that, we do see agents as level 3, innovators as level 4, and level 5 is an AI system that can do the work of entire organizations. So when we get there, I'm sure that will definitely shock society quite a bit. Um, I would say, like, currently, in 2025, we will definitely check the box of agents. There are a few tools that are somewhat useful. Take Claude computer use, for instance. The only downside I see with that right now is the limited usage. So right now, depending on the tier of Claude API you are on, you will quickly hit a bottleneck where it's like timing you out based on exceeding certain thresholds, and those thresholds are very easy to exceed. So hope to see more operator agent type tools here in 2025 that give you a little bit more flexibility and wiggle room as it relates to doing more with them, because right now they are quite limited. And then level 4 innovators, AI that can aid in invention. As some speculate, we may already be there. If you haven't already seen, we have made drastic discoveries in new materials and other various breakthroughs with AI. But I don't think they're automatically kind of doing that on their own. And I think that's what this is kind of hinting at. And then, of course, level 5 AI that can do the work of an entire organization. And, some may speculate we're already there too. Depending on the agent system you utilize, you can actually create entire work organizations and have an agent have a specific role in the organization, right? Like a marketer, a salesperson, etc. And have each person kind of have their own role, or not person, but agent rather. So, speculation is there whether or not we are in any of these tiers, but I do believe OpenAI has officially confirmed we are in the level 2 section here. So looking into 2025, which one will we land at? I would say probably level 4 is where we will start to scratch the surface of. So I'm not sure if we'll quite get to AGI in 2025, but it's certainly possible. Another thing that excites me here is open source and local models. In a few days on January 6th, Nvidia is going to be announcing their 5000 series graphics cards. So 5080 is expected to release. It does sound, based on some rumors, that it is going to be more expensive than the 4080. So comparing direct models there, it seems like the 5000 series will definitely see a price hike. And there is some speculation on the integrity of certain components in the graphics card. I won't dig into that entirely, as a lot of this is speculation right now. We will know in a few days on the exact numbers and figures and all that. But as it relates to NVIDIA graphic cards specifically, they do have this ChatRTX, which is a local chatbot model. It supports a variety of different languages. I actually, right now, I do think it's only English and Chinese, but it allows you to essentially, if you have a bunch of different data on your system, it essentially allows you to use that as a language model. So you can essentially have chats with all of your files on your computer, whether it be text documents, PDFs, doc files like .doc, images like JPG, PNG, GIFs, XML, and have conversations with them. And I think this is going to be huge. You will also be able to search through your images with text, kind of like you can do on, iPhone or Google Photos or Amazon Photos. You can type in like show me an image of a bridge, and it'll show you all of your bridge images. So I will be excited to see what this looks like when it's available. I do believe you can download it now. So if you do have a Nvidia graphics card, you can certainly download it here. You at least need a 30 series or 40 series graphics card, and you need 16 gigabytes of RAM. The chatbot itself is 11 gigabytes. I'll put the link below if you're interested in trying this out, but do expect to see models like this kind of take bigger leaps, as we saw with DeepSeek V3, an open source model that came out of nowhere from China. We saw that model exceeded a lot of the benchmarks of GPT-4o, a closed source model. I do love seeing more open source models. It gives us a little bit more transparency into the training data and potential biases of these models, which is going to be key moving forward. As we use these models more and more for education, are we learning the right things? Are we learning unbiased things? All these things are going to be important moving forward. So in 2025, I see more open source models and more local models playing out here. Don't forget about the small chatbots as well. I'm sure those will do really well. So that's another prediction here on 2025, open source and local models. Next prediction here is that I see AI being weaved into more pieces of hardware and consumer electronics. Right now, it does seem like AI is quite limited to software. It's great to be able to chat and generate images and video with these models, but what can they do in the real world? I think we will get a glimpse of this at CES, and I do plan to do a recap on all the products mentioned. I unfortunately will not be going. Maybe next year I can attend, and that would be absolutely amazing. But digging into some of the specific items that are set to release at CES, I will go through a few of them quickly here so you get an idea on some potential use cases for AI in the real world. There is apparently going to be a smart planter. So if you are a gardener, this might be a thing for you. A smart spice dispenser, automated cat litter box. Again, all these things are supposedly have AI. A bee, this is a company, a bee wristband, which is like an audio assistant. What else? Okay, so smart glasses, rivals to Meta's AI powered Ray-Bans. It seems like there are a lot of people trying to enter the glass and eyewear space. A lot of possibility there. Things like real-time language translation, turn-by-turn direction, and voice-based personal assistance, built-in cameras for photos, videos, and object recognition. Another thing we might see here is AI-powered earbuds, wireless earbuds with AI assistant capabilities, and some may arrive here around the hearing aid space, utilizing AI for those that are hearing impaired. That could be a really nice use case. And smart rings, something we have seen a glimpse of, but apparently there are going to be more companies at CES this year talking more about rings versus watches. So I'm interested to see that. I do think rings are a tougher space to be in, as everybody has a different size finger. And, I couldn't tell you what size finger I am. I have no idea. So it'd be a tough purchase for me. And then the next thing, of course, are robots. We are going to see a lot more on robots this year. I'm super excited to kind of see some glimpses at CES. And again, I do plan to cover all that is reviewed at CES as it relates to robots. But a couple high level, categories of robots. We might see some robot vacuums, robotic lawnmowers, robotic bartenders, delivery bots, and of course, humanoid robots. Another thing we will see at CES are AI enhanced automobiles. So AI powered automotive technologies. Samsung is really big in this space right now with their automotive intelligence, and of course, Tesla, being they have a long history of, object detection and real world understanding. I'm not sure if they plan to do anything there, but I do think Samsung will definitely make an appearance as it relates to automobiles. And, potentially we might see a little bit more on quantum computing again as, Google released their Willow chip, which was leaps and bounds ahead of a lot of other quantum computing companies based on their ability to handle errors quickly. It does sound like maybe other quantum computer manufacturers may make an appearance at CES, so really exciting stuff. CES, I do think that this will give us a glimpse on 2025 and seeing more AI being weaved into consumer electronics. So I am super excited and do plan to cover all of this with you all. Okay, next prediction for 2025 is going to relate to memory and inference. Memory being, we have heard a couple of labs, I believe OpenAI specifically did say this, that infinite memory will be a thing that is going to arrive pretty soon here. Infinite memory being it will remember every single thing you've ever put in the chat, which I think will be super helpful as you ask it more questions and as it can understand you more and understand your preferred responses. This will definitely be super helpful. So infinite memory. And then on the flip side of that, inference, we did see this with O1 and the O3 announcement. We'll see more models that spend a little bit more time thinking and reasoning before just throwing an answer at you. I do think, not everyone needs a response immediately. If you can get a response that's thoughtful and maybe more accurate, maybe the 10-second wait or even potentially a few minute wait could be worth it. So I do believe these two things will be top of mind in 2025, and I think we'll be able to check these two boxes here. Those are my 2025 predictions for all things AI. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Again, CES is set to take place here in just a few days, so be on the lookout for my video there as I do plan to cover all the new consumer electronics that touch AI here. So be on the lookout there, but nonetheless, enjoy your weekend ahead, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.